Your life is your most important project. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that you've spent plenty of time working on everybody else's projects, helping their dreams, their ideas, their vision, their products come to life. But maybe along the way, your life hasn't always gotten your best attention. But if it's true that your life is your most important project, I wonder, how's that going for you these days, really? I'm Jeff Lovell. I'm an expert guide and coach to authentic living for creative executives. And if you and I were sitting down to meet maybe for the first time today over coffee, one of the first questions one of us would ask is, well, how's it going? And we'd probably have some shallow answers like, things are fine, a little busy, things are all right. But as a coach, one of my sincere questions is, how's it going for you really? And I want to share a tool with you today that helps us to answer that question with a little more depth. It's a tool called the Peace Index. And the Peace Index looks at 5 different areas of our life and gives them a score to give us an overall look at how are things going in your life really. When we talk about peace, I don't just mean that your life has no conflict in it. I mean a sense of wholeness, a sense that things are as they should be, that things are whole and healthy and good. And that overall, when we look at these 5 different areas, we have a sense of peace. So the first area in the Peace Index is our sense of purpose. When we talk about purpose, we mean, well, how do you feel when you get out of bed in the morning? Are you ready to go? Do you feel like this day matters, that your life has meaning and significance? Or do you scratch your head or lay awake at night saying, what am I doing with my life? And we give our score of our purpose on a scale of 1 to 100. We score each of these areas on a scale of 1 to 100, saying 1 is it's in a crisis. This is terrible. If things don't change immediately, it's a disaster coming. Or we score at 100, saying, this is as good as I can ever imagine it being, or anywhere in between. So how's your sense of purpose these days? For this example, we're going to score our purpose as a 50. We're going to say, most days things feel okay. Like I can get up and get going. But maybe some days you just kind of feel like you're going through the motions, or you're scratching your head saying, you know what, there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be more that I can give my life to. So we give our sense of purpose a score of 1 to 100. We're going to give it a 50 for this example. The next area we're going to score is the people in our life. And when we talk about the people in our life, we're really talking about your most important relationships. Maybe it's with your spouse or your partner, your kids, your coworkers, your extended family. And we're just asking, how healthy are those relationships? How transparent are they? Is there any conflict that needs to be resolved? And maybe for this example, we're going to give it a 70. We're going to say this person's relationships are, most of them are doing fine, but maybe there's 1 or 2 relationships that need some attention. Maybe your marriage is strained, or maybe you're kind of constantly fighting with your teenage son. So that relationship needs some attention, or you just wish there was more consistent, meaningful connection with somebody in your life. So we address our sense of purpose, talk about the most important people in our life, and next we're going to talk about place. We're going to ask, how is your sense of place in your life? And by this we just mean really, literally where you live, work, and play. How do you feel about that? Is it life-giving, or is it life-sucking? If you live in the city, do you love being in the city, or do you wish you could move out a little further and have a little more space? If you live outside the city, are you happy with that, or do you wish you were kind of more in the center of things? Or maybe you're in the middle of a kitchen remodel right now and it's just driving you crazy, and so you wish that could be done as soon as possible. Your sense of place, how life-giving is it to you? And give that a score on a scale of 1 to 100. For this example, we're going to give it a score of 90. We're going to say this person is pretty happy with where they live and where they work and where they play. So that moves us on to the 4th area. In this 4th area, we're going to talk about our personal health. And by personal health, we mean all those different parts of our life that contribute to our sense of well-being. Meaning our physical health, our emotional health, our mental health, our spiritual health. Do you have habits and routines that help you stay and get healthy? Are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? Do you like to pray or meditate? What are your things that help you have a good sense of personal health? And how's that going for you these days on a scale of 1 to 100? We're going to give this person a score of 80 for our example. 80% healthy. Most days things are pretty good. Kind of an average score. Things are fine. It could be better, it could be worse, but most days things are fine. And then our final area that we want to ask about is our sense of provision. This is our financial well-being. When it comes to money, are you well provided for? Are you underpaid? Are you stressed out? Are you in debt? Do you fight about money? Or are things fine and good and you're happy with how that's going? How's your current sense of provision in your life? For this example, this person, we're going to just give them a score of 90%. They're happy and satisfied with their financial well-being right now. So you can see we've given each of these things a score on a scale of 1 to 100. And now we're going to ask this question. Well, overall then, what does that mean for your peace index? And this is where you can just do some quick fuzzy math, or if you're a calculator kind of person, feel free to pull it out and do the real math. We add all these scores together, get a total of 380, divide it by 5. Overall, this person has a peace index of 76%. Which, again, that's just a number, but it's a number that helps answer the question, how are you doing really? And the next question we ask, though, is, well, does that seem right? Does it seem like to this person that, you're kind of averagely healthy? Like most days, things are just okay. And are you okay with things being just okay? Or would you like something to be better? Would you like something to be different? And maybe this person would say, it's true that some of these things are really good, but that sense of purpose is driving me crazy. And if I don't do something and kind of find a deeper sense of authentic purpose in the near future, I think that number is going to go down really quickly. So you can see how this tool helps us to begin to have some meaningful conversations about how's it going for you really. And then we have other tools and resources and processes to address each of these areas of our life and to make some significant progress in each of them. That's the work I love to do with the Great Life Project. If you'd like to learn more about that, feel free to jump on my website and schedule a time for a call. I'll be sharing some more tools like this in upcoming videos, and I look forward to hearing more from you soon.